Okay, first thing is to remove these 5 bolts to remove the wheel. And first we're just going to loosen them. Next we need to crank up this car. So we do this with a 19mm size. Okay, I got this axle, so to lift up or to keep the car up with it, and I'm going to use this to lift up the car itself. And of course we need a point to lift the car up, and I'm not sure if you can see it. There is, I think, the spot for this. Somewhere here it should be reinforced, and somewhere here, like at the complete front of the car, here just below also should be a spot, but I really can't tell where. So what I did previous time was to do it here somewhere. I think here. Let me see. Yeah. I think I did it on this spot here. Didn't break, so if you do it gentle, I think it won't break anyway. So I need to put this one under the correct position. See, let's try it here. Okay. So we need a screwdriver and this lever. I just placed it in here. In this device you've got here this screw, and you need to tighten it if you want to lift, and I think it's tight already. And if you want to let the card go down, you need to open this one. Well, of course you need to just move it up and down. If it's visible, it's going up. Until it will reach the top there. Let's see. Is it visible or not? Reach the top. Now let's move this whole car up. And let's hope nothing breaks. You can see the wheel getting loose. I'm going to do this for a while. Okay, so I did lift up the car, as you can see there. Wheels are off the ground, or at least this wheel, and my axle doesn't go all the way up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some wood underneath, so I still have the car high enough. Alright, piece of wood. I had to leverage a little bit higher, or lift it up a little bit higher, and I can see there's a little distance between the car and this axle. So I'm going to unscrew the screw a bit, and then I hope I need to do it gently, not to damage the car. Yeah, you can see this one is moving down, and the car is lifted up on this thing. Okay. Unscrew these. They're not tight anymore. So I just place this thing and rotate until they come loose. Like so. Okay, you can see here are the 5 of those bolts or screws. I'm not sure they're called. Everything empty here, and the wheel is loose here, so you can just grab it and remove it like this. Okay, one important thing: if you're working on a car on a bigger project, then try to keep all the screws grouped, so later on you can easily find them. So we removed here the wheel, and you can see here it's I'm not quite sure if it's called, it's a brake plate or something, and here underneath are the brake pads. Not quite sure if it's visible. I'm going to use my second lens. Yeah, you can see them sitting on this plate. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to remove several screws. To place this light here, because we're going to take off this cover and that cover, and also the underneath bumper, or not the bumper itself, but here there's a plate below, and we need to get rid of that as well. Reason for this is because we're going to drain the cooling fluid, and we can't reach it else. And the reason we're going to remove these 2 plates is because I want to do a repair of the alternator, the dynamo as it's called in Dutch. And for this we're going to remove several screws. So we're going to remove this screw here, which is, yeah, you can see it now. And we're going to remove that screw, that screw here, that screw there. Okay, for unscrewing all these bolts, I'm going to use my set here with all different kind of pieces. And here I've got a 10mm one. I'm not sure if you can see. It's different. Here, looks like that. I'm going to use here this one and put it on it. Okay, then we can remove those screws. And this tool is only useful for just making those screws loose a bit, and then we're going to move on to a different tool. This one, like a screwdriver, and it will be easier to remove the screws. So let me see if I can show you. So these screws look like this. Okay, those screws are loose, and later on it is a pain in the ass to get them back. I already tried it once. I had to put everything together because I forgot to drain the the gas from the air conditioning. If you still got gas in the air conditioning system, then it's better not to proceed, so you need to do that in advance. Okay, so now these plates should get loose. these covers, and they're stuck in over there, and this one, yeah. All right. Okay, so that's the first one, and this one is stuck onto this other plate that's underneath the bumper, and we also need to remove all the clamps that are below. And the thing, oh, you can see, oh damn, there's a lot of oil spill here in my engine, I think, and that's exactly what I was afraid of. What you can see there, that's the reservoir for the oil, and I think that one is leaking a bit. Perhaps not, perhaps it is. I'm not a specialist, but I think it should look different, especially because this looks like fresh oil. That's not good. All right, and what you can see over there, that's I think the, yeah, I think that's the air conditioning pump, and a little bit upwards will be the alternator. And to remove the alternator, we need to remove this pump, but also we need to remove here this this belt, and this belt is going all the way there and through several of these round things, so it will take a lot of time to remove that. I'm going to do that in a later step. First thing is I want to drain the air conditioning, or not the air conditioning, I want to drain the coolant, so I need to remove this part first.